Hardaway Jr. to the Mavericks in exchange for Dennis Smith Jr., Wesley Matthews, DeAndre Jordan, and 2 future first-round picks. Now, the move means the Knicks will have $73 million in cap space. That's enough to sign 2 max free agents this summer. Are you seeing this list? Talk about a deep class for 2019. You know what, Stephen A? I heard you're missing Max.
Huh?
I heard you're missing Max. Max?
No, Max.
Are you still here?
Max hasn't given me an opportunity to miss him. He's incredibly passionate about it. Let him speak.
Handsome devil. Hello, Max. Welcome back. I'm going to pick up with you because I feel like you have a lot to get off your chest with this subject.
Yeah.
Max, the fans showing you a lot of love right now, rightfully so. But how will this Knicks move impact free agency, this trade?
You know what's so interesting? Look, the Knicks now have to get, like, KD and Kyrie. You can't just get one free agent, and it can't be like Jimmy Butler is the best guy you got, and then you get Bogdanovich or someone like that. You have to get 2 MVP caliber free agents after this move if you're the Knicks. And by the way, they shouldn't have had a cap problem in the first place. They should be able to get those 2 and keep Porzingis. Porzingis should be lure for those guys. But of course it's the Knicks, so this is what you're looking at. Stephen A., I don't think anyone's looked at this from the Dallas Mavericks point of view in terms of how that affects free agency. First of all, the Mavericks have never been enough of a lure for teams, and I don't know why. They seem to have a team-friendly owner. Maybe it's because they play in the same market, or until recently it seemed like a team-friendly owner. Maybe it's a player-friendly owner. Maybe it's because they play in the same market as the Cowboys, and this is forever. I'm here now, a Cowboys town. Maybe it's because it's not L.A. or New York. But Dallas is a warm weather city. There's no state income tax. Cuban has been perceived, his reputation sullied recently in recent years or so, but has been perceived as player friendly. They had Dirk Nowitzki and won a championship in the last decade. Guys, think about this for a second. They now have Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis and almost $30 million of cap space and a $13 million trade exception. Everyone's talking about how attractive the Knicks are. In fact, the Mavericks right now, because they have Porzingis, who the new Knicks have, are more attractive to free agents than they were before the trade, in my view.
Well, the Dallas Mavericks won a championship when we were alive, so we appreciate that. And as a result, we're not really thinking about them into the future. We recognize the fact that they put themselves in a formidable position and they're to be congratulated. But the issue is involving the New York Knicks, and I think there needs to be a level of appreciation to the Porzingis situation. He was threatening to sign a qualifying offer. He signs the qualifying offer. It eradicates any kind of leverage the New York Knicks would have had. It would have compromised them cap-wise, and he was essentially basically saying, I have no intentions of staying here, and his presence alone feeling that way, dating back to the Phil Jackson era when he had to intervene because he spoke up for himself in the Knicks more than Carmelo Anthony was willing to at that particular juncture. So you know what kind of cat Porzingis is. He don't play. He made it very, very clear he didn't want to stay, that he was looking to leave, and if you kept him, it would be to your detriment, particularly as you were pursuing things in free agency. So considering that reality, I think it left the New York Knicks with no choice but to do what they did. And by doing what they did, they put themselves in play for 2 max players because they communicate with one another, they talk to one another, and you get guys that are fearful of coming to some place all by themselves, but they're more receptive to eventually ending up someplace if they get to come together. LeBron didn't go to Miami by himself. He didn't come back to Cleveland by himself. He didn't decide to go to L.A. thinking he was going to be there all by his lonesome. Whether it's Rich Paul or it's Anthony Davis, their mentality is come hella hot water, Anthony Davis is going to end up a Laker. It might not be in 7 days. It might not be this summer. But damn it, it's going to happen by 2020. You can book it. So because that's the reality, you have to know that LeBron James had that foresight as well. The New York Knicks had no choice, and that's what we have to look at.
Well, okay, but this is my beef. Look, that's not on Steve Mills and them. This is really on Dolan. This whole miserable era is Dolan's fault, obviously. However, that's on the Knicks. Like, forget about which regime, which administration in the Knicks. That's on the Knicks. If you dig yourself cap problems heading into this free agent class so that you need to use your best asset to get out of them, if your best player, who's a 40% shooter from 3 at 2.5 blocks a game, 7'3", can put it on the floor, Stephen A., can defend out in space and protect the rim, is a monster and still getting better. If that dude is so disgruntled he wants to leave the center of the known universe, New York City, which is basketball crazy, by the way, that is on you. That's on the Knicks. The cap problems are on the Knicks. Porzingis' issues are on the Knicks. They bungled the situation. So you're right. This is the best they could do given that they stumbled into this bad situation. But damn it, this was the franchise that found themselves here.
Well, basically what you're saying is, Stephen A., and to the nation out there, I'm just regurgitating my feelings about James Dolan because I can't stand the man because he's a bad leader, and this is the situation that they put them in. Because that's really what this comes down to. Larry Brown, Isaiah Thomas, Phil Jackson, the list goes on and on. That's been the same situation. James Dolan, the New York Knicks under James Dolan have had 2 winning seasons since 2000. 2 winning seasons, okay? A division crown and a trip to the semifinals of the Eastern Conference. That is all they have had. So based on your position, which is to be respected, understood, and fully appreciated by anybody who loves the New York Knicks, absolutely disgusted by it, all I'm saying is this. Steve Mills is there now. Scott Perry is there now. I have no choice but to look at them and go like this. I have no choice but to look at them and say, $75 million in cap space with the opportunity to get 2 max guys, that's not a bad situation to find yourself in.
You're right, Stephen A. They're trying to make
running a franchise.
Yeah, you have to respect that they went all in with this draft class.
Yeah, they're trying to make lemonade out of lemons. And you know what they can do with the cap space? You know, Dolan pays actual, famous musical acts to open for them, right? So that he gets to be on stage opening for them, not on merit, but because he buys his way into it. But think about that. With this cap space, he'll be able to, open for the Rolling Stones now. He saved all this money on this Porzingis deal. If he doesn't get KD or Kyrie, he can at least buy his way, bribe his way, essentially, into having people watch him as he plays the guitar.
He might get Kyrie, he might get Kemba, he might get a lottery pick.
Yeah, but he won't. But he won't.
See what we're saying, Max? Know when to stop. Know when to stop. Your line about the Rolling Stones was perfect. Leave it there.
Get out on the applause. Little showmanship advice from Stephen A. Smith.
On that note, let's take a break from the NBA, guys, because we are here for the Super Bowl. And don't forget, this game is a rematch from the 2002 Super Bowl. Take a listen.
Super Bowl 36 from here in New Orleans. And Warner goes back to throw. Pass is intercepted. Picked off by Tyrone. 30, 25, 20, 15, touchdown. And the Patriots take the lead. First and goal. Brady drops back to throw. Fires right. Touchdown, David Pep. And the New England fans who are here in New Orleans are enjoying this one right now.
Warner stands in, fires. Ricky Paul wide open. Touchdown, Ricky Paul. They know until it's over, baby.
48-yard field goal attempt. Snap ball down, kick up, and it is good! It's good! And the Patriots are Super Bowl champions!
All right, it's time for our finale here on First Take. We're going to play a little game. You guys like playing some games here? Okay. It's called Take It or Leave It. It's our Super Bowl edition. So I'm going to read some statements. Take it means you like it, and leave it means you are not down with it. So let's do it. Max is still here. All right, guys. Tom Brady will have more passing yards than Jared Goff. Max?
Leave it.
Oh, Max doesn't have one of these, does he?
Leave it.
So he'll just have to tell us.
Leave
Max, are you leaving it?
I'm leaving it.
Of course you are, because you're a big hater. All right.
Well, listen, I resemble that remark.
We got the Pats running backs will have a better game than the Rams running backs.
I'm going to take it for this reason and this reason only. I think with Jared Goff being a third-year quarterback and Bill Belichick's genius about taking away your best weapon, I think he's going to do everything he can to stop Todd Gurley and dare Jared Goff to beat him.
Max, what do you think?
I would say that the Pats running backs will get better numbers then the Pats running backs will have better numbers than the Rams running backs. I don't think Gurley's 100%. I don't know about C.J. Anderson, but the name I was looking up because he's a third-string back is actually John Kelly, who could be important in the intermediate kind of passing game where he was very good toward the end of the season, and that is courtesy of Warren Sharp Analytics, who I reference from time to time. That is like, keep your eye out for it. Doesn't mean that they'll amass better numbers, but he could be critical at critical points in the game.
All right, next one here, guys. Julian Edelman will be the best receiver on the field Sunday. Are we including Gronk in this because he's not a receiver? All right. If I have no Gronk, I'll say take it.
I'm going to take it.
Max, what do you think?
I'm going to take it. Edelman is going to be key for the Patriots. I think Brady's going to target him a lot, and Edelman is a clutch performer, so I will take it. If Kupp was in the game, I might not, but he's not. I'll take Edelman over Robert Woods.
And not only that, you're talking about Aqib Talib, because I don't think anybody else, whether Nicole Roby-Coleman or Marcus Peters, I don't think any of them are capable of stopping Edelman. Only Aqib Talib is, and I think Aqib Talib is going to focus on not on denying the big play, but Julian Edelman in between the numbers, in between the seams, those short intermediate passes. I think Brady's going to go to that all day, every day, because that's his trusted weapon.
All right, thanks for playing Take It or Leave It, everybody. I think it's about that point in the show make some Super Bowl picks. So I'm going to tee myself up. Molly, what do you think? I would be crazy to bet against one Tom Brady or Bill Belichick. Tom Brady, the GOAT, will have 6 rings after Sunday, the only player to do such. We have Heather Allen Hudson making picks for us. Could you please put my face next to the Patriots?
Yep.
Time for Max's pick, everybody.
I think it's a field goal game. Every Patriots win has been by a single score, and their losses, the widest loss they even had, I think, was 8 points. So every game is close. But I like the Rams here, 27-24. I think your Super Bowl MVP is Ndamukong Suh. I think that Aaron Donald, a lot of resources are going to have to be, funneled towards stopping Donald. That'll free up Suh, who I expect to have a big game. Pressure Brady up the middle. He's not the same guy. Rams win a close one.
I think the Rams will try. Hold on. I think the Rams will try to pressure Brady up the middle. Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh and those boys are studs. They will get after Tom Brady. But in the end, you're going to have to show me that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are going to lose back-to-back Super Bowls. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I think Brady will get the ball late with entirely too much time on his hands. He will beat the Los Angeles Rams 31-27.
How about it?
Brady.